Hey! Today I'm just going to make a video about skin picking, or dermatillomania as it's also called. And the reason I want to make a video about this is that it has affected me myself. So I know how bad it can affect you, and I saw that some people had searched it on my channel, so I just want to make a video to maybe help somebody or give you some advice, because I've been through it myself. And I know how devastating it can be, so I just want to maybe be able to help somebody. To start off, I'm going to tell you what it is. It is basically just picking at your skin. It can be acne, it could be scabs, it could be whatever. And you think like all people pick at their skin. When it comes to dermatillomania, it isn't that you just pick at your skin from time to time or whatever. It is that you have a problem with your impulse. You just do it, you can't stop yourself doing it, and you're kind of almost obsessed while you're doing it, so you can't stop. This is actually a type of OCD. So a lot of people who has this also have some other disorders, like me myself, I think I have tiny bit OCD or some things, like counting things, and and if you don't know what OCD is, it has people who has to do a certain type of thing, and they just can't stop thinking about it until they have done it. And like some people have to check their door twice. Like it can be really normal things, but people cannot like walk or do another thing before they have done this thing. It can be like turn the light off or 2 times, and it can be like a lot of things. But in this video I'm going to talk about picking your skin, and people who cannot stop picking their skin, and what I did to stop picking my skin, and maybe what you can do. So I'm just going to start off telling like how it was for me. I think the first time I started picking my skin I think I was like 12 years old, and it was summer, and I discovered that I had some freckles on my nose. And I picked at them, I wanted them off. I don't know, like they were freckles. I don't have freckles like normally, but that summer I had like 3 on my nose for some reason. And I would like pick them. I just wanted them gone for some reason, and I could not stop picking at them. So they were like really bad sores and wounds, and it was awful. And from that time I kind of picked my skin every time I saw something, and I would like go really close to the mirror and like look for something to take away, or like even though I had a pretty good skin and never had acne, I didn't have acne and stuff like that. It could be like a little wound. It could be like that the color was different. It could be like it was a hair there. It could be like anything that I would just pick at, and I would just look in I can like stay for an hour just looking at my face, looking for something to like destroy. And like when I was young, this didn't really bother me because I really rarely had something to pick. So I would just pick one place like really bad, and I had one wound, so that wasn't that bad. But when I got older, when I was like 16, I kind of started getting some acne, like not bad, but maybe 1 pimple and a bit like blackheads on my nose, and I would just pick them so bad. Like seriously, my nose looked like it wasn't a nose anymore. It was just I would say like double in size, because it was so swollen and so red, and it was just awful. And I said every time I did it, I said, okay, I'm not ever going to do this again. And then I did it the next day, and my skin just got worse and worse and worse, and I would just always have some wounds, and my wounds never heal, so I had always more and more to pick at. And I don't think other people saw it really. I don't think they like, because my skin wasn't bad, but for me it was more like I was kind of ashamed because I knew I did it, and I just couldn't stop. Like I don't know how I couldn't stop. It was just an obsession by picking my skin and looking at it, and I felt so embarrassed, and I still feel embarrassed actually when talking about it, because it's a real weird thing to do. But I know I'm not the only one who does this. For me, like earlier this year, start of this year, it was so bad. Like I a lot of days I didn't go to school, I just stayed at home. And at first none of people in my family knew about this until one day I told my mother, and she kind of got me, and I think that helped a lot to kind of tell other people, and maybe they think that you're weird, but if it is someone that really cares about you, they won't. And my mother, she works in psychology, so she got it kind of, she didn't like think I was weird, and for me that helped a lot. I can kind of talk about it with her and like share how it was for me, and yeah. So to start off, you really have to let your wounds heal, and like that is the worst step, and after that it gets so much easier. And I also have to make sure I didn't get any more acne. So I actually went to the doctor and I got something prescribed different. I've showed in my skincare video, and I also got antibiotics, just make sure my skin was going to be like 100% clean, like pure and yeah, whatever. And I also kind of found out what triggered me to do this. Like for some people, they can just do it while they're like watching telly or anything like that. But for me, it was actually like every time when I was going to take my makeup off, when I looked I would only do it in the mirror on our bathroom, because there is a special light where you kind of can see everything, and you can kind of bend really close to the mirror so you can see everything. So I knew that the only place I did it was in our bathroom, and with that lighting and in that mirror. I said to myself, okay, you cannot go into the bathroom, take off your makeup there. And I also said to myself, you cannot do it, because usually I did it when my parents, I go to sleep, and then I would just stay there and picking up my skin, and nobody would like tell me. So I said to myself, okay, you can only take off your makeup in the living room with a little mirror, so you cannot, because if you have to hold up a mirror and you cannot pick at your skin at the same time, I usually use both of my hands picking at my skin, so that would be really hard. I had a little very small mirror, and I sat at the living room while my parents was in the room and taking off my makeup, and then I could not really like pick at my skin. So that worked for a while, but problem was that I would like pass the bathroom, and I would kind of see myself in just a reflection when I went by, when I passed it. And also I would like see my wounds and stuff like in when I was at the toilet and stuff, so I would kind of be really tempted to kind of check it out like closer. So I what we did was that we actually took down the mirror from the bathroom, and this is really like serious stuff, but I actually had to take down the mirror, and there's stuff people in my family did not like that, but for me it was kind of actually destroying my life, so I just had to do something. So we actually took down the mirror. After I was a month, I hadn't picked up my skin, and yeah, so what made the real difference for me, what I took down the mirror, what I did my picking, like, yeah. But we couldn't like have the mirror down for like always, forever. So after a month we had to take it up again, but I would still take up my makeup in the living room, and every time I had to be in the bathroom, for example, was when I was going to shower, actually I kind of hid the mirror. I would hang like blankets and stuff over the mirror so I could not see myself in the mirror. And so kind of next time I actually saw my skin like for real, I think it was like 3 months or 2 months, I'm not sure, like after I stopped picking, and then I was like, I saw how much better my skin was, because I hadn't seen my skin in such a while and like really close for that long while. So just seeing how much better my skin was a really huge reward for me. And also right after that I was 2 weeks in Vietnam, and there I picked my skin once, because the mirror was quite good there. But after that I don't think I've done it, like not severe. And that was in July, so it was about 5 months ago. So I stopped picking my skin like really bad in April. So yeah, and also I did not pick my skin if I had a lot of things to do. So I would try like going out with my friends, so I wouldn't have a lot of time in the bathroom. I would just be so tired that I would just go directly to sleep. And yeah, and so that was kind of what worked for me, like find out where I did it and what kind of triggered the behavior. So I kind of could quit the things. Like for me it was the mirror, it was being alone, was not being busy, was kind of being bored, I guess. So yeah, that was kind of what triggered it for me. And I was like looking at the videos before I started doing this, and they were like, oh, you can reward yourself after now 10 days not picking your skin. But I don't think that really will work if you have a really big problem with it. It's like you can't tell an alcoholic like, if you don't drink for 10 days you're going to get a cake. They won't like, it's not going to make them not pick their skin. And in that case, if you are going to get a reward, I would say like make somebody give you a huge reward, like your parents, and tell a lot of people, because if you do it then you feel like you don't only let yourself down, but feel maybe that you kind of let your friends and your family down. Because if you promise them I'm not going to do it and you do it, and you feel like you're also letting them down. So yeah, so I would say like find out what triggers your behavior and try kind of to quit that. Some people actually do it when they're watching TV. For you it can be kind of, maybe you can start like knitting or something. And yeah, it was kind of, yeah, this is just what works for me. Maybe it will work for you if you have something else that kind of triggers it. You have to do something else, I don't know. Maybe you can, if you have a problem with it, maybe you can kind of write it in a comment box, so I can maybe try to help you. You know, I'm not an expert, but I've done it for so many years, and I've kind of almost quit. Like, of course I pick up my skin like once in a while. All people do when they see like scab or something, of course that's normal, but not like I did. Not like it's going to ruin your life. So yeah, please tell me. I am so grateful if I can just help one person. And I would just say, like, for me it was really bad, and so I did it, and I am pretty sure that you can do it as well. So thank you for watching this video. Also, if you're not a really like obsessive compulsive picker, if you're just a picker or new picker, don't do it. It really, for me, it has left some scars, but I think I've been like pretty lucky. I feel like I actually should have had a lot more scars than I actually have. For me, it is mostly like redness I've had. It could have been so much worse. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. If anybody like wonders anything about this, I can maybe make another like whole video. I didn't want to like talk too much about how this works, like why people pick, because that is another issue, like why people pick. Maybe I can make a video about why people pick. I don't know, like why I did it, I don't know. If enough people want me to do that, I can do it, okay? But now I'm blabbing like, this is going to be so long. Okay, this was so long if you watch all the thing. Okay, bye bye!